Grand rising to the collective. Man, y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos a week, man. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, helps collective grow, helps collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But even if you ain't subbed up and you're not a part of the collective, I still appreciate you checking out the video, liking the content. Even if you don't like the content, you just here to talk crazy in the comments. Still appreciate you, bro. I wish you the best as well. But I ain't gonna hold you. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
They wanted her to sell her soul, but she refused.
She's exposing Hollywood.
You don't drink the gold juice. So I was offered the gold juice 3 times in my 20s, my 30s, and my
What's that?
40s.
Pee? A lot of golden showers.
The gold juice that I will live forever and I'll have whatever I want. The gold juice. You never offered the gold juice?
No, I'm a scumbag comic. What's the gold juice?
I don't know, but I didn't drink it and I didn't want it. And
Is this in
I
a...
noticed when all the girls, certain girls on Orange, changed. Yeah, it's a real thing. It's like a real thing. Like, it's all a real thing. And it's scary because they send, like, people after you and they can, like, kind of moonlight as, like, a friend or, you know, and they're wolf in sheep's clothing. And listen, you can have everything you want, all the fame in the world, all the money. I'm like, what if I just drank it? But then you know what I mean? Like, what if and I don't know what it is. If it's a metaphor for the gold juice, like, you feel what I'm saying?
Mostly.
I don't think she's lying.
If there's a tincture that makes you younger, I better know where. You better let me in on this. If adrenochrom's real, I'll be first in line.
Learn today. Listen to the woman who wrote The Matrix and the Terminator.
Well, that's what the Matrix is about, to wake you up from the Matrix, to get you out of the illusions and the lies and the ignorance. So it's not dangerous for me because that's my job. That's what I came here to do. That's why I wrote The Matrix and Terminator, to wake people up so they can move on to greater, better things. Yeah, but the Terminator is the prequels to the beginning of The Matrix. Sarah Connor is actually Neo's mother. So JC, John Connors, Jesus Christ, grows up to be Neo, one and the same in the Matrix. The Matrix is in the future. The Terminator is the past. It's time travel, past, present, and future time travel. It's the second coming of the Christ, the evolutions of consciousness, man versus the machine. So the machines, the Terminator machines, hear that a child is going to be born that's going to terminate them in the future when they oppress man. See, it's a man versus the machine. It's God's children versus man's children, which was technology.
Reality glitches caught on camera.
It's moving. But wait, when we start moving, it looks like it's still, and then you can tell it's moving again. It's so crazy.
Oh, that's moving. Yo, that's a spell circle. This piece is a spell circle. That's magic. Oh, you engage in magic and witchcraft? How the do you know that? Oh, you industry people are... You know what that is? Damn. I'm not trying to get you in trouble, but this guy's going to hell. How the do you know that? Well, everyone in your industry knows that.
All talk. It don't matter exactly.
Damn. I'm going to have to expose this man. This is a Freemasonry.
Yes. You need to fight a chicken.
Whoa!
Sacrifice a chicken.
You do that blood sacrifice a chicken? What's that? You do it too? You guys are so... I don't roll with these guys, bro. These are dark arts. You know you're... Yeah, don't tell anybody. Oh, I know, but you're live. You said it live.
He predicted, that towards the end of last century and the beginning of this century, there will be a movement driven by big corporations to take the soul away from people, to disconnect people from the higher world. And in order to do that, we have to destroy the pineal gland in people. And I followed the research on that, and amazingly what we found, the pineal gland is the most sensitive part of our central nervous system. It is highly, highly, highly sensitive to 4 things: aluminum, glyphosate, fluoride, and Wi-Fi. And we are the only country in the world that has pushed these 4 things in the last 60 years or so on everybody growing up here. And so what I feel, what I observe, and what we're also testing in our ART system is that people have severely calcified pineal glands. It is astounding that the telecommunications industry has selected the frequencies out of the huge spectrum of frequencies that are absolutely destructive to our cells and especially to the pineal gland. They couldn't have made any better choices than 2.4 gigahertz.
I'm convinced that a lot of y'all just come on the internet to troll. Some of the shit that y'all be coming in the comments saying, it screams that you're green. It screams that you never seen nobody put a spirit inside of an animal and send that animal to go do something with somebody. It screams that you've never seen a person put a spirit inside of a bird and send that bird to go listen to a bitch conversation and come back and literally sing back the conversation in detail. It screams that you've never looked in the mirror and seen an actual spirit on you. It screams that you've never even been mounted by any type of entity. It screams that the only spiritual warfare you've ever had in your entire life was sending psalms back and forth to a bitch. My page is for people who want this real alchemy. People that perform alchemy that was practiced before Christ. It screams that you never read the Bible from back to front. It screams that you think that Jesus was in the Bible performing miracles. It screams, it screams, it screams. All I see when I see y'all comments are spiritual hypocrites. My page is not for y'all that like to be boxed into religion. You only came here to troll respectfully and humbly. Get the out my comments, for real.
Last part. The last part. Oh, yeah, that part. Because there be times where I be seeing the comments and I be like, wait a minute. Bro, if you said that to me in real life, bro, you got no idea. Like that's how I be feeling. But we gonna vibrate higher than that. But how y'all feel about what she talking about? Y'all agree with her? But it is people out here who be trolling, who just, they say certain things you could really see. Like, bro, you don't even understand what life really is right now. But what I want to say is, don't let people drag you to their level. You stay at the level you at. Like, again, I said in the previous video, know what you can say to somebody, know how you can say it, and, be aware of the situation or a scenario with a person. So if you say something and this person give you a reply back that sounds like they don't think, they do what they told, then move around that. Move around that. Don't even waste no time. Don't drop to their level. Don't do nothing. Same thing I do with the comments. Like, sometimes if I say something positive, collective, y'all be going crazy. And then I'll see one comment that's just vibrating at the lowest, telling me I'm never going to do this, or telling me I'm wrong for this, or going off on me because whatever the case is. It's like, bro, you can't go to a person like that's level. Unless they being a mature adult and they telling you their difference, hear them out. But if they just coming at you like sideways and it's disrespectful, or you just don't like the energy you receiving, bro, don't drop to their level. Simple. But how y'all feel about what she talking about, though? Y'all agree with her?
You ever catch yourself doing this just randomly? Or you ever catch yourself just rubbing your nails together and it just gives you this sensation around your head. Well, I want you to know that when you're doing this, it's an actual yoga enhancement to stimulate hair growth. Rub your nails against each other for 10 minutes a day, and this can also reduce the graying. This can also prevent hair loss. This will soothe all your headaches that you be having. This will help of the balding that you're experiencing to start to grow back. Doing this balayam exercise will restore your natural hair color. The reason why this practice stimulates hair growth because our fingertips is connected to our nervous system, and it sends these signals to all the dead stuff that's in our hair, and it revives all the minerals, the nutrients that's stored into our hair. True healing comes from blood circulations, and your fingertips is a direct connection to your nervous system. Now let's do it together. You don't need to use your thumbs, just all the rest of your fingers.
Y'all remember that dragon we found at the bottom of South America? Look, there is a 5.4 earthquake that just happened on the head of that serpent. You guys, this dragon is waking up, and I'm about to prove to you that this dragon is waking up. Not only is it waking up, this dragon is the size of multiple continents. Now, let's talk about it. A lot of you might think I'm crazy, but the fact of all of the earthquakes and the volcanic eruptions around the Ring of Fire, if you don't know what the Ring of Fire is, I'm going to show you, but please Google. Everywhere there's a red dot, that is the ring, and it runs all the way through Asia, east towards North America, down the west coast, and down the west coast of South America. Now, at the very bottom of South America is where I showed you that this is where the serpent, Drake's Passage, or Dragon's Passage, is located right there. This would be equivalent to right down here, okay? Now, I'm going to follow that same path from South America all the way around to Fiji. And watch this. And if you look right here, you can see this is where the Ring of Fire starts, right at the neck of this thing, all right? And it comes up here, and I told you guys, these are wings. Look at that. South America is a wing. But if you follow this line, this bloodline right here, I believe is a vein, a major vein. That is, if you see it goes around there, it's following the same line over here as the Ring of Fire. All right? Now watch it. It's going to continue to go. Goes all the way around. All right? You can still see that line. You can watch it go up here. It goes up North America. All right? That same line is right there. It's going to come around. And this is where that, you can see North America only has little spots. That line is not that dark there. The darker the line. So this is San Andreas Fault also, running along there. And you can see where it starts to darken again, all right? Where it starts to darken in that loop. You see that? Those are going to be more active places. You see over here in that loop, things are more active right there, all right? We'll come back over here, continue to follow. This is still the wing, people. All of it. This is the wing, the left wing of this serpent, you all. This is the left wing right there, all right? And the right wing right here is Antarctica. We know this place is not a ball, but it runs from Antarctica, and it comes here. This wraps the world. Whenever you guys see, look, here it is. It comes all the way out here. This is the same. You're not going to see these that active because they have this thing frozen in hibernation, people. This wing is froze so that this reptile cannot move. Right now, we have global warming, and all of this is starting to melt, all right? Everything on this side has already melted, and this thing is eventually going to wake up, people. Once again, you come all the way around here, where we at? Coming back up North America. We're going to continue following it around. I think we were here at the loop in the Ring of Fire, and I'm telling you, all of this, you guys, is the wing. Look, this is the flat wing. It's like a bat's wing. That's what this is. Has the little marks and veins and everything else on it. We know this as our oceans, people. Look at this. Look at this. We're over near Japan right now, right? Right here. Here we go over here. This is the Japanese area. I told you it's going to darken up. See how dark that is right there? With activity from the Ring of Fire. Look. Look over here. Look how dark that is. The darker this vein, the more activity we're getting from volcanic eruptions, people. The darker that vein, look, Papua New Guinea, all right? Here's Papua New Guinea around here, over this way. We're going to come down here through the Philippines, all right? Here we go. Got Australia there. All right, now all of this right here, still the Ring of Fire, people. This out here, Papua New Guinea area, look, outside of Australia over here. Look, still the Ring of Fire. These are active volcanoes right now, all right? Active volcanoes right now. And the funny thing is, they all come off of, this is crazy, you guys. This is absolute crazy. You wouldn't have never been able to convince me of this if I didn't see it myself. I promise you wouldn't have. Look at this. They all come. That is a wing, people. All of this, everything around it. This is just the exposed part right here that we are actually living on. This is absolutely crazy, people. But look at that serpent there. Look. And all of you know that yesterday there was a 5.4 earthquake right there, you guys. And go and look at all of the other earthquakes that are following the Ring of Fire, the same ring I just showed you. In this video, I'm going to show you the earthquakes that are also following it. And you guys are trying to figure out why the ocean is warming up so much. Listen to me, people. This thing is under the water, and it is starting to come back to life. It's heating up, and we are going to start seeing major volcanic eruptions along the entire Ring of Fire, and earthquakes along the entire Ring of Fire, because this thing is starting to awaken and it is going to try to move. It's hard for this thing to move with all of the water and land that is on top of it right now. But these earthquakes and tectonic plates are nothing more than movements from a dragon that we live on, people. This is crazy. That would mean that we are the dragon riders. More so than we will ever be able to understand. Crazy. But the fact that these earthquakes and volcanic eruptions along the entire Ring of Fire is going off and happening right now is proof that this thing is waking up. And I'm going to show you why and how. Matter of fact, one of the largest earthquakes yesterday on the 16th was at the head of this serpent. It registered a 5.4 on the Richter scale. Once again, at the head of this serpent, there was an earthquake that registered a 5.4 on the Richter scale. Now I'm going to show you the wings of this animal. And along the wings, I'm going to show you the blood vein of this animal. Some of us call it oil, all right? And right now, along that vein, on the wings, you can trace it. Don't worry, I'm going to show it to you. You can trace it. And along this vein and where the wings of this animal goes is exactly where all of the earthquakes and all of the volcanic eruptions is happening right now. I believe this is a fire-breathing dragon. It sounds crazy, I know, but you can go and Google this yourself. Go to Google Maps and you will find this dragon at Drake's Passage, South America. Drake's Passage. Ironically, Drake means dragon. Now, I want you all to pay attention to this 5.4. Look at where that 5.4 earthquake is. That's right. Look at it, right there. That's the serpent, people. Now look along the wings that I just showed you that run along South America right here. Look, these are all of the earthquakes that run along the wings that I just told you, which is also the Ring of Fire, people, in which all of the volcanoes have become active. And a lot of them are starting to erupt. Look, coming on up to the San Andreas Fault. I told you before, if you follow me, get the hell off of the San Andreas Fault. You don't have to listen. That's on you. You're sleeping on a ticking time bomb. And if you pay attention, right here's the entire Ring of Fire.
They sped the world up 8 years. Go look at Ethiopian time and dates. You'll see that America and the rest of the world is ahead 8 years. So in the year 2000, it was actually the year 1992. And when you thought the Antichrist was coming and was supposed to come and did not show, you said God wasn't real and that wasn't real. But that wasn't the true time. Okay? When the year 2008 came, that means it was really the year what? 2000. And what happened in the year 2008 that's so significant to us? Obama got elected president. So then the year 2008, which was really the year 2000, Obama got elected president of the United States of America. So then the Antichrist did come in that year. It's just they sped the time up so you wouldn't know what year it is. When the year 2000 was here on your clock and everybody was scared, Y2K, computers starting over, Antichrist coming, it was actually only the year 1998. Okay? Now, when the year 2008 came, it was actually the year what? 2000. But I'm going to show y'all how they even added an extra 1,000 years to the calendar and gave you a fake history to support it. So stay tuned, and you better get to me in person, because they're going to...
Y'all think he was reaching? Or did they speed it up 8 years? If that's the case, you mean to tell me my freshman through sophomore year, what, 2008? Yeah, so my sophomore year of high school was the year 2000, you trying to tell me? And that better not be the damn case. And then on top of that, is he reaching with the dragon? But he said it's called Drake's Passage. Drake, Draconian, Dragon. I mean, it all in the same boat. How y'all feel? I mean, damn, if that is the case, I'm literally right on his wing. Because it showed where Cali was. Say, I don't know where the San Andreas fault line is. Like, we literally right on his wing. But, yeah, y'all feel like he could wake up one day and get to causing ruckus? Let me know. That's a big-ass dragon if so. He gonna come kicking ass.
Is somebody trying to tell us something? Martial law, predictive programming? This year? This is not a prediction, just pattern recognition. Things inserted into the consciousness all of a sudden. Let's check it out. Martial law thought experiment starting in the Marshall Islands. Taking the news this year all of a sudden. And also has the weird weather anomaly. It looks like a date. This has been covered as well as other weather anomalies like the blob, Antarctica, and other rabbit holes. Aside from Marshall Islands, the system makes sure you always know when the darling of the week is in the media, the celebrity they want you to worship, which happens to be Marshall Mathers recently. Make sure everybody know the return of Marshall. Also Mars, which is where martial law comes from, by the way, in etymology. Mars has been in the news a lot lately, and a few days ago there was a very rare planetary alignment also involving Mars. Mars energy, anybody? Random but interesting segue that means nothing. Check out this Walmart martial law, possibly built-in anagram similarity. Kind of weird. Random stuff that definitely means nothing by itself, but once you're onto it, you keep seeing things like YouTube releasing The Marsh as of 2 weeks ago, and it's shown you a few times in the feed. I think stuff like this could be when your mind is just kind of onto it. Speaking of movies and good old predictive programming, aside from recent movies like Leave the World Behind and Civil War, all portraying this same similar martial law type chaotic scenario, and recent things leading up till now like Red Dawn, which depicts a UN foreign nation takeover, martial law type of environment, all leading to this most recent Batman clip. Check it out, pay attention to the date.
Wednesday, November 6th. The city is underwater. The National Guard is coming. Martial law is in effect.
Did he just say November 6th? Not just November 6th, but did he specifically make sure we know it was Wednesday, November 6th? Wonder if there's anything important that happens the day before, on Tuesday, November 5th. Which brings us into the Purge election year predictive programming, which you're already onto the thread and probably needs no explanation.
Breaking news. We've just gotten word that the NFFA has declared martial law across the country. The U.S. military will be sent into nearly every city to stop the violence and restore peace. Citizens are being told to relate.
This movie also further ties in themes like the Nephilim clown, possession through transformation, mask, clown appearance, Nephilim archetype. And it even shows a scene with guillotines being used, which is interesting if you know the book of Revelation, beheadings. That's the Antichrist method of execution. And in Revelation, the souls under the altar, the martyrs. So I wonder whether prophecy fulfillment, real, or just engineered fictional flag type of stuff, is this idea being inserted into the collective conscious thought field. Which isn't new, by the way. It's kind of always been there, but seems like possibly it's getting ramped up. I wonder if this Trump criminal threat thug life scenario could lead to a 4-year electricity ritual where Trump wins and people think everyone's just crazy, lost their mind, and old powers are calling in the UN to come regulate and restore order. Again, that's just a fictional thought. But what's not fictional is the elections coincide with the Olympic year calendar every 4 years. The Olympics, by the way, dedicated to honor the god Zeus. Also, the same year Zeus is being honored, if you look deep enough into Masonry and other literature, you'll find that there's an inserting Osiris spirit ritual done the day the president takes his oath, supposedly. Will the man be right? We'll see. But whatever the law of man or the land, remember the highest law and don't let it depart from your mind, heart, or mouth, especially during these times. Peace.
Don't they do that ritual for presidency?
Get out your team. Foil hat, folks. President Biden will step down in the next few weeks, making way for Democrats to replace him on the ticket before the November election. And it could happen a couple of different ways. These aren't my words. The chorus of Democrats calling for President Biden to step down is impossible now to ignore. And Democratic sources who don't want their names out there, of course, for fear of retribution, are quietly saying, yes, this is going to happen. Biden will step down. Why would he? He's mentally fit as a button. Yesterday, he was very clearly and articulately explaining how he was once professor at the University of Pennsylvania and claims he taught a constitutional law class on the Second Amendment.
Are so damn important. We need you. We need you to overcome the unrelenting opposition of the gun lobby, gun manufacturers, so many politicians when they oppose common sense gun legislation. I used to be a law, when I was no longer the vice president, I became a professor at the University of Pennsylvania. Before that, I taught a constitutional law class, and so I taught the Second Amendment. There's never been a time that says you can own anything you want. And never. You couldn't own a cannon during the Civil War.
Of course, none of that's true at all. And Democrats who are...
Well, he did have an appointment at UPenn.
He thinks he's a professor.
He didn't. Yeah, he was not a professor.
And he never taught a constitutional law class.
No, I don't.
Could you imagine him teaching a constitutional law class?
20 years ago, perhaps.
Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. I'm going to show you that in a second here.
And what it would have said is war. That's what it would have said.
Here's how to
Constitution wants war.
Here's how to not have constitutional rights, and we'll take them away from you. Meanwhile, Democrats who are meeting with him privately are frankly stunned at his mental decline. And the dementia is on full display, and it's actually really uncomfortable and embarrassing. And this is what they're saying behind closed doors, that they're having these meetings and they don't even know who they're talking to. I mean, it's that disastrous. Peter Ducey asked Corinne Jean-Pierre about this a few weeks ago as to the report on the special counsel and how he's mentally basically not fit. He's not even mentally fit to hold office. Who's actually running the country? Watch.
If the special counsel says President Biden's got significant limitations on his memory, then who is helping him run the country?
The President of the United States runs the country. The Commander-in-Chief runs the country.
How can he be trusted with the nuclear codes if, I get that you're saying that nobody in the building would say that he's got an issue with his memory, but just a little part of what we get to see, he's made mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake on camera this week.
So I'm going to be very clear here.
Glad she's going to be clear now.
The reality is that report, that part of the report does not live in reality. It just doesn't.
So that's just, they just
my reality is the reality that I'm telling you what your reality is.
Yeah.
I was believing her right up until she said, "Let me be clear here," and I was like, "Oh," because she hadn't said that yet.
Yeah.
She hadn't said, "Let me be clear." She didn't start with that, so I was like, "Oh, she's telling the truth." And then she did the, "No, let me be clear," and I'm like, "Oh, there it is.
There it is."
Well,
That's
what would be an
exposes
honest
that she's
answer?
making it up.
What would be an answer? Like, yeah, we're screwed.
I mean, an honest answer, she can't tell the truth. This is the propaganda. She's the propagandist in chief, right, at the White House. So she gets out there with her binder of notes. Everyone sees it.
Mm-hmm.
He has dementia. It is full scale. Democrats who are meeting with him privately behind closed doors to go over policy decisions, et cetera, are coming out baffled and befuddled as to who they just spoke with. So it's a legitimate question. Who's running the country? So her response could be, yeah, I mean, when I started working for the president a number of years ago, we could already see that he was in decline. He's now fully mentally in decline. He's
Right.
not fit for office. Peter, you're right. You're
It's
right.
not great.
What would he
but
say
it's
to
what
that?
we got, and it's got to be good enough.
Like, next question. If she answered like liar, liar, like Jim Carrey and liar, liar,
That would be amazing.
can you imagine that moment? Like, she would have to respond and tell the truth. Next question. Yes, he is not fit for office. Okay, next question. Wait, what? You just said he's not fit for office? Yeah, but we got to move on. Next question. Those reporters wouldn't know what to do with themselves.
Yeah.
They're just regurgitating, of course, the propagandist talking points that come out of the propagandist mouth. So Democrats
I guess the most honest answer she could give is, I'd rather not answer that.
Yes.
There you go. That's perfectly honest. And
well, she has no choice. She has to, right? That's the job. But yeah,
Her
I
body
plead the
language
fifth.
is all, how dare you?
How dare you ask that question?
Okay, you're going to ask the question. That's the most obvious. Would you rather it just be trending on Twitter, or how about we just talk about it?
So Democrats are now saying this will happen, that Biden will step down in the coming weeks. When exactly will this happen? That's up in the air. Here's Democratic pundit Ezra Klein basically reading the New York Times report on this on his show, admitting, yeah, this is what's going to happen. He is not an asset to the Democratic Party. Watch.
He is not up for this. He is not the campaigner he was even 5 years ago. A campaign has certain assets, but the most desirable asset is the candidate. And the Biden campaign does not treat Biden like he's a desirable asset. Step one, unfortunately, is convincing Biden that he should not run again. I think Biden, as painful as this is, should find his way to stepping down as a hero. That the party should help him find his way to that, to being the thing that he said he would be in 2020, the bridge to the next generation of Democrats.
Can you, first of all, he should step down as a hero. He should really take one for the team like Gerald Ford did in pardoning Richard Nixon and therefore assuring that he wouldn't be reelected. And Biden will step down, and this is who will likely replace him. Watch.
It's a high risk, however. A fumbling performance would make a subsequent pullout particularly humiliating. Even if Biden makes it through the June 27 challenge, his continuing decline in public and private meetings will fire up ever-deepening misgivings among voters, knowing a ballot cast for Biden would be a ballot cast for Kamala Harris, sooner rather than later for her to sit in the Oval Office. When Biden steps down, who would replace him and how? He would likely quit the campaign, but not the presidency.
Me, the fact that we know Biden been tripping and flying off the handle proves that there's somebody else running the country right now. It's clear as day, bro. He ain't running it. Who running it? And if somebody else running it, that make me question, like I always question. Was they running it the whole time? They just throwing different figures up in there? Oh, choose one from the red. Oh no, this year choose one from the blue. And then have the red and the blue fight each other. And then let's make it a whole stage. But really they work for us. But we just got this one goal we trying to get done these next 4 years to push this agenda we trying to push. So that's what I get from that. But again, when I was gonna say that ritual that they do when they elected the president, ain't that so that it can let the Antichrist in? That's what I heard. But I don't know. Y'all let me know. Steer me right if y'all think I'm going wrong. But I don't know.
All right, everyone, you need to pay attention. This trial is about to open Pandora's box. Hunter Biden is in trouble for being a junkie and purchasing a firearm while he was a junkie. So why is this important to us? All these states that have made medicinal marijuana legal, recreational marijuana legal, you need to understand it's at the state level only. This was all part of their plan. This is going to open the box that I just explained, this trial. Hunter's in trouble for filling out a form saying he was not on drugs while he bought a handgun. Everyone in these states where marijuana is legal or it is medicinal may not understand that it's still illegal on the federal level. So when they purchased these guns and wrote they was not taking illegal drugs, they messed up. Let's watch this. So the verdict is in. Let's fast forward so everybody sees what I'm saying. Here we go.
Hunter Biden has been found guilty on all counts in his gun trial, federal trial in Wilmington, Delaware.
Guilty,
All right, Leo,
convicted on all charges.
My first response is I go back to the Harris Faulkner Leo.
Now let's see what the charges are, and you'll understand what I'm trying to tell you all.
Ask me that question. Is there any way that
Fast forward.
an outstanding
Making
job
false
involves
statement
the rule of law?
Andrew,
on an ATF form intended and likely to deceive the dealer. Making false statement on ATF form would be kept in dealer's records. Count 3, possession of a gun by a prohibited person. All this is exactly what I'm trying to get through to you all. If you purchased a firearm while smoking marijuana, either medicinally or in a state to which it is legal, and you went and purchased a firearm and you signed that federal document saying you was not taking illegal drugs, you honestly probably thought you wasn't because it's legal at the state level. It is still illegal at the federal level. This, you all, is how they're going to come take everyone's guns. Right here. It's been their plan the whole time. And now Pandora's box is open and it's going to cause all kind of chaos. Get prepared. Get ready. The box is open, you all. That's what's going to happen. Shit's about to get real. I'm telling you.
He ain't lying about it being legal on a state, but federal is not. He's telling, man, he's telling the truth with that one. He's not lying. Did I connect the dots and think that they would do something like that? Nah. I didn't. I didn't think, my mind didn't even go that way. But y'all know we made it to the end of this. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we drop them uploads. Y'all know we coming with about 4 videos a week, man. And this is for entertainment purposes as well. And when you like and comment and subscribe to the channel, it helps Collective grow, helps Collective get bigger, helps more people who like this type of content tap in with this content. But I told y'all, man, appreciate y'all. But today was a good lineup. That last one kind of spun me for one. Not even gonna lie, but y'all let me know how y'all feeling again. But hope y'all having a smooth 7. Shout out to the Collective. I love y'all. And until I see y'all in the next one, y'all know what it is. We go.
I just check my count. Sheesh, at the amount. You probably know